Good morning. It's morning for me, as you can tell by my bed hair. I don't know when you're watching this, but this is a reading for Virgo. And as I've explained in my previous two videos, it is also now about finding the characters for the fiction I'm writing. And Virgo, the heroine of my fiction, is Dido, and she is a Virgo. And she is, we learned yesterday, Sagittarius rising. And I have thought her moon was Aquarian. It could be Scorpio. I thought she might be an attorney or a judge. And I don't remember why I thought that. I just have written these notes down. Yeah. So I thought, well, if I see the Justice card today, then that could affirm for me that she is a part of the justice system. But these characters appear in two time frames. One in the present, in the story I'm telling on my blog, and second in the distant past and the distant future, which are one, which is a part of the trilogy that I'm writing for my books. So it seems that this tarot channel has now become about meeting the characters of this fiction, this world I'm building, and finding out who they are and what motivates them and what their stories are today, which is mid-December. What is it, the 18th of December, 2020? So where is Dido? So let's see, we're going to pull a moon, Oracle Moon, Queen of the Moon Oracle card. Now that I'm doing this, I don't care as much about audience, and so if anyone watching this, thanks for watching. It does help to feel that I'm talking to someone, some audience, maybe a future audience. But for now, I consider this an archive for this world building project that I'm engaged in. The card that Dido pulls here, that you, Virgo, pull, is the unexpected. And I've seen this card a couple times this month. I believe I saw it in Cancer, but I know I saw it in Scorpio. And it's a wonderful card because the main character, the storyteller in the deck, is a Scorpio. And she is... she's the first person narrator of this. Her name is Atalanta, and I will tell her story further later. But to find Dido in this unexpected, sweet moment with a true friend, looking through this portal into another world, into the woods, or to see actually this woods transported into the stars, because that is a very accurate, image for us, that in this story, as we meet these characters on the blog didolives.com, we see them finding ways, with the help of the woods and the mycelium, to preserve the planet from what seems in this real life moment of climate change and potentially apocalyptic crisis, to package and preserve our planet and everything that lives on it, and take it off the planet while disaster passes, to return later in the future. So the unexpected, this is an old friend coming back into your life. This is a sweet moment with someone who puts her head on your shoulder like that. So we'll see more about that as we read the cards here. I'm going to start for Dido, our Virgo. You, Virgo, also here. When we do these readings to a collective based on an astrological sign, sometimes it's your story now, sometimes it's something you've been through, sometimes it is a future story. Sometimes it won't resonate. So we're centering Dido, but we have a set of archetypes and an iconography of emotions, and the tarot shows us ascensions and cycles through the elements and through phases of life, stages that are numbered on the cards. Yeah, so if you're curious about Dido, or I think you might also find something here for yourself. Okay. Let us see what we have. Recent past. A journey. A journey. This could be a change in worldview. This could be an intellectual shift from one story to another. It could be a physical journey. In the present, yeah, further movement, momentum. Now it's not going to be by boat. It's still of swords. It's still of intellect. It's an intellectual, spiritual, truth-seeking journey. And this one's going to start going fast right now by motorbike. Hidden influences, the Four of Pentacles. Protectiveness. Yes, protecting the earth. Protecting the 3D. The Pentacles are the earth element, and they are also about job, home, security. This woman there's a protecting the earth that I see in this image. This came to my mind while I was just walking. And here you are, Virgo, appearing as a Queen of Cups. This affirms the thought I had of Dido's moon in Scorpio. That's kind of, I was like, is it Aquarius or Scorpio when I came here? And so Virgo, moon in Scorpio, rising Sagittarian. That is our Dido. But this also means that you are, or she is, currently connecting energetically. This is a deep, emotional, receptive person. She's receiving, and she's also good at communicating. Yeah. And she appeared in the present for Gallia, another character, the Aquarian in our story. Okay, who are the people in your life? Okay, so we have Seven of Cups. This is people projecting, choosing. To me, this is also like 7 people, right? 7 heart people of the emotional realm. Your advice is, it is time to ascend. It is, Dido is a dancer. This reminds me of that quality of hers. I first met her in graduate school teaching the Aeneid, and then one day many years later, I was driving and I was thinking about a friend of mine, a dancer, and she became the seed for Dido. I have another Virgo dancer friend, but this judgment, it's about rising to your higher self, ascension to the next level. And this can be, transcending the earthly realm, right? So if we see that in sort of a hidden influence is protecting the earthly, and we see you really connecting energetically out of body, and some kind of advice to rise to your highest self. And this is divinely ordained and guided. Yeah, it's a spiritual ascendance. And finally, we get the future, which is a world-building project for Dido. And I know this is a creative, collaborative future of working with others. All right. Well, let's see what we can learn upon clarification here. All right. Expect the unexpected. I don't see anything yet to explain this unexpectedness. You're in motion. You seem very intuitively connected that you're advised to ascend. The people, these Seven of Cups, maybe they're unexpected. But yeah, let's see if we can learn more about what's coming in here that you cannot see. You're coming in. Or maybe there's somebody coming towards you, a Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords appeared in a previous reading as a character, Camilla. And I haven't done a reading yet on her. She did show up in Gallia's reading. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a little spacey doing this. It's like my brain is writing a novel, writing a blog, and then trying to read these cards. And they become a part of that story. But, I'm also meaning to, connect you to this story, invite you into you're a part of Dido. You, Virgo, friend, stranger, family member, whoever you are. I have a niece. A cousin, sorry, Molly, who is a Virgo. I have had many beloved Virgos in my life, and friends and lovers. They're all a part of Dido in some way, good and bad of you. And so now, if you're coming here to this reading, Virgo, you're in it. You're a part of her. So we get Six of Swords. This is the recent past. An intellectual King of Swords. Beautiful owl among the aspens and the poppies. King of Swords is, I see this standing on the truth in the woods. So this is a kind of, and there's a kind of darkness, dark, deep. Always the King of Swords seems like an incredibly deep person. This is an Aquarian, fixed. Kings are fixed. I learned recently from Sassy Scorpion, who's an amazing reader. I feel is just like brilliantly tuned in to, there's some people that you see and they're hustling, and there's some people that you view and they are definitely empathic. And I say Sassy Scorpion is one of those. And I don't know why she came up for me here. Because she taught me that fixed signs like Aquarius and Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo are all the fixed signs, that they would be kings in the tarot. So take that or leave it. So this King of Swords, perhaps an Aquarian in the past here on this journey, which is an intellectual journey. And this could be a teacher, somebody that taught you, Dido, Virgo, a lot in your recent past. A deep person who's kind of like able to see the future is what I see this Aquarian being, this person. Also, we get a Page of Swords. So this is a young, new, kind of simple truth bringer. So we've got lots of, you're on an intellectual journey, and this can be a journey from one storyline to another. And we're trapped in one story that we can feel victimized and troubled and trapped. I'm not seeing any trappedness. I see movement. But there is a need to change your mind and think about things through a different story that happened to you in your recent past. And it looks like there are people in your past, this King of Swords, this Page of Swords, who have helped you get to that truth. And we have the Sun. This is the card of true happiness, a Leo. Beautiful. This is the peak of happiness, the Sun, in your recent past. So if I see you moving from an old way of seeing into a new way of seeing, I see you moving towards the Sun. So just as I said, like this change in worldview or this travel that you went on recently, it has brought you, or it promises to bring you into the Sun, the state of the Sun, which is, I feel like I want to read about the Sun card in this deck. Let's see. The Sun. Although some illustrations for this deck took some time to visualize, This card came through almost instantly. I could see the tree with the mountain lion. I could see the valley in the distance and the sun as it crested the horizon line with complete clarity. Knowing what the illustration should look like takes a significant amount of time. And with this one, it was illuminated entirely like the sun. When the sun appears in a reading, be prepared to be seen, for your talents to be recognized, and for your efforts to be acknowledged. You will feel a warm energy take over as those around you express admiration and support. The mighty sun also helps you see something that will benefit your situation. Something new that would typically be overlooked will shine and stand out so that you won't miss it. When you bask in the sun's light, you will feel bold and confident. You will have an urge to stand up to be seen. You are asked to trust that your abilities and talents will open the door to new opportunities. However, be aware that the sun shines bright, and if you are operating with less than noble intentions, those too will be in the light. Mountain lions, cougars walk this planet with a knowing that they are sacred and command the attention of all who pass in their presence. They possess no need to tell the world of their greatness, and they only need to stare at you from a tree limb to see it in your face. Call upon the authentic and powerful energy of the mountain lion when you need that added boost of confidence, and you too will feel as though you are the ruler of the forest. That is so perfect for this character, Dido, because in two ways. One, when I was thinking about her and trying to write her, she's the hero of this story, and all of the characters are emotionally driven by their love for her. And she's truly deserving of this love. She is beautiful and generous and warm. She is brilliant like the sun and graceful. And there's an ease about her that all of the other characters wish for themselves and feel happy to follow. Yeah, and I also thought of Finny in a separate piece, who had that sort of natural charisma, I guess we would say, this sort of lovable, beautiful, just sort of innate beauty that is this character. And it comes, as we see, from some kind of truth. And we see this in the recent past, a kind of Dido coming into herself, or maybe just always being that sun. In a way, because she is the motivating character of this story, she's a bit of a mystery to us as well, and up there far from us. And there's also an encounter with a mountain lion in my story, where her leadership abilities sort of awaken with the other girls when they're kids. Okay, so that's the past. And here we are in the present with a Knight of Swords, even faster movement, truth-bearing. Okay, what else? A Ten of Cups, a kind of... there is a gathering of animals here together, of different creatures. This is, again, the earth present in the present. I see a wolf howling at the moon. I see pairs of animals. Pairs of deer, pairs of wolves, pairs of foxes and raccoons. So this card, the Ten of Cups, is about your other, finding your other, your mate, and then also gathering as a collective here under the star. And of course, the star here lately is making me think of the great conjunction that is happening on the 21st. So this is what's happening right now, today, in Dido's story and in your story, that there is a gathering of your family, of your loved ones together. And I think there is also movement. Perhaps you are gathering together in social movement. It's a collective present. What else? What else do we find out? We get the classy love offer of the Knight of Cups. I feel like that is not Dido. That is not you. To me, the Knight of Cups is a kind of showy, classy, true, romantic connection. in the present. So since we have everybody paired up, you Virgo this is your match, right? Because you're appearing here as a Queen of Cups. And so maturity wise, you are a little bit further along than this Knight of Cups so far here. So you're and you are receiving a truth or carrying the truth in the present. This is the Ace of Swords. And I see the bats flying out. And of course, bats have amazing abilities to know through radar, through a kind of intuitive style. And these white desert blooming flowers under a night sky. Beautiful present that you're in right now. You're together with your heart people right now, and you are also receiving a truth. And there was lots of movement towards understanding a truth in the recent past. So unbeknownst to you in your background, this Four of Pentacles, which I've read here today, is about the mission, really, that maybe this is coming into your awareness, which is you have a mission. It is a protective mission. I have interpreted it as related to saving and protecting the planet, but you may have some other sense of something precious that you want to hold with this tenderness and pride. This could be a kid, one of your kids. It could be something that you've created, that you've made. Like pentacles are in the 3D, you made it with your own hands in a way. It's all out. Fours are stability and out in the open here. So when we're in a four, we get to kind of rest in stability. But we also know that next we're going into the fives, and the fives are a sucky place to be. They're a passageway into another level, right? We're always kind of ascending in tarot narrative. And so the Four of Pentacles is you really, I think, acknowledging your accomplishment or protecting something, or as well, you're also protecting and acknowledging something that is precious to you. Okay, we get the Six of Swords again. So this is further movement. Wow, there's a lot of really transformative understanding in your reading, Virgo. Definitely a change of perspective. Should we doubt that? The Hanged Man is sort of, so again, if we have the Four of Pentacles, is a little bit of a resting and maybe a stuckness. The Hanged Man doubles down on that for you, so that you're where you are and you're hanging out there, and it's not in your power to change change that. But what happens is, as you hang out upside down, you start to see the world from a new perspective. And this is clearly happening to the character Dido and to you, Virgo, that your perspective is shifting here. You are moving Six of Swords from one set of truths to another, from one location to another. Your perspective is changing and you're a little bit stuck. So I'm going to say, how can you be stuck and moving at the same time? Expect the unexpected. And then we get the Three of Cups. This is you with your fellows, these little raccoons who appeared in your Ten of Cups earlier, having a party. Three of Cups is definitely about the raccoons breaking into your kitchen and eating all your food and leaving a big mess. But no, it's a reconciliation. It is being with your friends. It's friendship. It's more than two. That can sometimes be a problem in tarot. I don't think of the Three of Cups here as being about infidelity in this case. Yeah, but there's definitely, you're very social. You have lots of beloved people around you, and there's movement around you. So like, you might not be physically relocating, but it could be, you are changing, your world is changing, there's all of this momentum in this moment. So that makes sense. You know, there's social justice, environmental, green movement happening. People are changing their perspective, change of leadership in the United States. I just saw the death card. So it's a pretty dramatic change that we're engaged in right now. Okay, Virgo, Dido, Queen of Cups here. Let's find out more about you in this reading. Where are you at today? All right, you are passionate in this Ace of Wands, this creative little spider climbing up the structures of society, like these buildings. It's a very much like the start of a new world. Like there's an old world here, signified to me by the buildings, but then there's also all of this, all these lilies here growing, and the spider climbing up into the light, and lots of fireflies. So wands are the suit of fire. This is your Sagittarian side if you're my Dido character. Sort of a new creative beginning. What else? Queen of Cups again. So should we doubt that there is some water in your chart? Queen of Cups, which I'm saying here is a Scorpio moon, and that has to do with a part of Dido's nature, that sort of intense way that she loves and desires, the fire, the water, the depths, and the emotional intelligence that she has. And really a part of her dark side is that she struggles with codependence. It's not apparent, right, to those around her, but it is because of a trauma that she becomes. She can get really down into the feels here. And, you know, Scorpio that I am, I totally understand getting trapped in emotional attachment. What else? Four of Wands. Another four. This is a beautiful pair of, I'm actually not sure what kind of birds these are in this. But they're in a beautiful spring day, stable. They are best friends here. Four of Wands. Yeah, this to me, again, is just about the way that Dido feels to be around. It feels joyful and like you get to be your best self with her. And she has many friends for that reason. And perhaps that's the case with you, Virgo, that you are the kind of person that people come out to be themselves with. Just all out in the open, free together. Yeah, you're a great friend, Virgo. All the Virgos I've known and loved, and, you know, new and old, you always have brought that out for me and sort of made me smile at my goofy self. And that's a quality of our character, Dido. She also has a great integrity. And so Four of Wands, everything out on the surface, that is an honesty to her. It's just a natural honesty. This sort of graceful, natural, shining light that she is. That you are. Okay. So let's look at the Seven of Cups, the people or the person in your life. Because Dido is a leader of a group of people, I'm thinking about her marathon runners, who are what I call these characters in my books. So the Seven of Cups. Who is this? Somebody making a choice, somebody that is projecting. Let's see what else. Five of Swords. Okay. This is a card of self-harm. I was recently reminded. It's also a card of, you won, but do we feel good about it? And here's this young deer. It's odd. It's like spotted fawn, but also has antlers. That doesn't seem It's odd, isn't it? Like, I don't think of spotted fawns having antlers. No. Anyway, so this young deer, this young buck, standing, trying to thrive in a forest that has been cut down. This is totally about these characters who are engaged in anguish about what is happening on this planet and the need to preserve what is left of Earth. So that, to me, that's the Seven of Cups. But for you, Virgo, if you're even interested in staying here in this reading for yourself at all, there is somebody in your life or people in your life who are kind of questioning the means by which they got somewhere, or perhaps they have been engaged in self-harm. And I see a person who's fairly indecisive here. I always see this particular Seven of Cups. He's touching that bowl, and sometimes to me that means he's chosen. But in this case, I feel like the gesture to the mouth of like, is that the right one? Somebody that's not totally sure what's right. Five of Swords reiterates that. Then we get an earth person, a Queen of Pentacles, very much knows her worth. I love the Queen of Pentacles. Virgo, that would be you, an earth sign. So your Seven of Cups, your people, your person, they're people with a sense of self-worth, who are stable, who are in abundance. They're queens. So, yeah, she needs security. That may be why she has a little bit of a struggle with making a decision here, of knowing what's right. So the Queen of Pentacles, she knows her worth, but security matters so much to her that she can maybe compromise her well-being for that and end up in a Five of Swords position. And again, Seven of Cups. So I love this. We see the rabbit looking up at the sky, at the stars, at all of the possibilities. So that fits into my sci-fi here in the blog form that it's taking. The people in my book are looking to the stars for answers. There are many, many possibilities in this night sky and ways of reading the stars and of projecting love on them. And I think the figure of the rabbit is important here to understand that this rabbit here is actually this person looking at you, Virgo. This is your person. You're larger than life to this person. They need your help somehow. They're aspiring in ways and looking and trying to make choices, but they're a little bit fucked up here. Yeah, you are the Queen of Pentacles, and this rabbit, this Seven of Cups, is looking to you, looking to the stars. And since Dido is a leader, and perhaps you are too, this suggests, this bunny rabbit could be, where else the bunny rabbit appear? We just see them in the Ten of Cups in your little family scene here, a pair of bunnies. Yeah. Well, okay. So take or leave that. Seven of Cups is important here. This person is just trying to make a decision and has trouble discerning between the options. You are in Judgment. This is your advice. This is time to ascend. Turn to your guides for help with ascension. This is divinely guided ascension. Going on to the next stage, dancing. So perhaps the advice is simply just dance and be free and come from your heart in this beautiful, artful way. And just trust your, this person might be looking to you for leadership, the Seven of Cups, but, you're a natural Vinny was a natural. You're a natural. You're the sun. You're the Queen of Cups. Let's see the next card, the World. So this is an end and a beginning of a big major cycle. And it is a gorgeous, magical world. So this moves me actually. When I get this card, I get in touch with your connection to beauty, to art. I see this grasshopper down here on the ground. It makes me think of the time of year here when the grasshoppers are leaping across my path. It makes me think of a part of Dido's story. Fireflies and cherry blossoms, a new beginning that is built from an ending. And that is certainly the story that we're engaged in here. In your life, Virgo, it suggests that it's time for you to move on to the next thing. It's to the next level. Like if we think in terms of video games, you are ascending, and this card simply reiterates that. It is the card, Judgment is 20, the World is 21, and then you start back at 1. Or you go to 0, the Fool. Okay? We get a message. There's something to communicate, or there's travel. So this is a very energetic, powerful, willful, passionate message brought on the wings of this hawk. And we see the river below, a kind of suggested snake that may be that energy and the vigor of wands, of fire. So you have a message to carry here, or a journey, and there will be victory. So here you are in leadership, Virgo. All the little ring-tailed lemurs looking up to you. You have achieved something. And so in victory, here you have, I mean, it's so clear to me, your leadership, Dido's leadership here in this reading. And there's a way that these little lemurs are looking out. They are just proud of their leader. And that's how the people in this book and these stories I'm wanting to tell feel about Dido. They're just like her, and they're proud to be like her, and they're a part of her team, and they're proud to be a part of her team. And she has a way as a leader of including people, and so she's the kind of celebrity or the kind of leader that you can be, Virgo, who is so warm, who's so generous with victory. And there's a kind of humility, I think, in this lemur. Like she just sees herself as among her ring-tailed lemurs. And the fact that they look up to her is something that they're aware of more than she is. So, as a form of advice, you've ascended up here. You know, the world has ended. You have a new world to create, or a new cycle that you're going on. It involves communication. So if you're, and from the creative and passionate place in you. And so you have a message to carry, and be a good leader you're in victory. So notice that. And also, I see this as an extremely generous form of leadership, that you're being recognized, and so recognize that. But also that this ring-tailed lemur doesn't see herself as different from the people that are on her team that really helped her get to this place. So be that kind of leader, my friend. And in the near future, we have the Three of Pentacles. This is building things in the 3D with others. It's a kind of hippie family scene here. They're making yarn art like macrame. But that's just representative of the kind of making that you can do. In other versions of the Three of Pentacles, you can see like people making a cathedral. Yeah, so there's a Three of Pentacles here. Let's see more about the future. Let's see. Movement. The Chariot. Yeah. The Honey Badger. The Honey Badger, very powerful movement from being stuck to moving. Okay, let's find out more. Six of Pentacles. We get the water buffalo with her bird friend here. This is about giving and receiving in the 3D, helping, mutual, reciprocal, but sometimes also charitable exchange here. And just what came into my mind just now is, because this Six of Pentacles, this is a card that really provokes me in many ways. And what came into my mind is that when people give charitably, it can feel like a one-way giving. But in fact, we must remember that in service, when we give service, it helps us. It saves us. It moves us out of unhealthy, addictive, codependent ways of being. If we notice that even though I am giving you, I'm being generous to you, that act of giving and your willingness to receive that is giving me something back in kind. Oh, cool. All right. And then we get this Eight of Swords. This is a perception of being trapped when you are not. Wow, that's in the future. Yeah. I see, where was that? I see this circle. Oh, here. Okay. So this is a part of my story in the blog form, that they're going to leave the planet. They're going to take everything they can preserve from the planet. And they're heading on a journey that means that they'll never return to Earth, not in this life. And there's a moment in this one group that I'm going to write about, the Metal Dogs, who suddenly feel like they want to change their minds, but they're trapped in this destiny and they're heading in this direction. And so that becomes a part of the story of what happens in my books. So the unexpected here. This is your card here. I cannot see what is unexpected in your story, Virgo. So maybe that's why it will be unexpected. It looks like a sweetness. It looks like a friend. Maybe it's this bunny rabbit coming back into your life. You have all of this movement and ascension, like you're definitely called here. You're a leader. There's the Chariot movement. There's so much movement. Eight of Wands movement. The Six of Swords appearing twice. Yeah. So you don't get to know what the unexpected is. Or maybe we just saw this card because there's a new world opening up for you, because the one that you're in now, the cycle that you're in now, is ending. And it looks like a sweet companion to go into that new world with. And so that may be part of this new cycle here. Although I do not see this person. I see this rabbit, the Seven of Cups here. And I have to be honest, like that rabbit. Okay, I see with a lot of people, like you have a whole team, a whole community, a group of you. And I'm avoiding using the word tribe. I'm avoiding, for me, it's a team, as an athlete. I'm avoiding using the word tribe because I feel like it's appropriative. Same as if like another word that came in my mind of clan. But this is a group of people who share common values and traditions, and they are a part of this future of building together, right? So there's lots of other people in your story, Virgo, but this sweetheart, this person with you, with her head on your shoulder, I don't see who that is. That person is yet to be known. So maybe in a future reading. Okay, well, thank you for watching this. This is just going to go into the archive of Dido's story, and the story of world building that I am currently passionately engaged in today. All right, have a beautiful day.